Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Down! 180!
Mike, 58, right there.
Watch the pass! Watch the pass! Here we go! Here we go!
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We're good, we're good. 180.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
From the gun, it's Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
What now? 180.
Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Kill, kill, kill.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 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 check. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Down. 180.
52. I'm trying to collect.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Down.
Mike back to
180. 180. We're good. 280.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
That's it.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down.
Check 52.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut. Picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these two squads, unlikely, but unless they would meet up in the playoffs, this is the last time that Phillip Rivers will face the Oakland Raiders. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alpha! Watch the screen!
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Bring up 180. Black 15.
Good track, good track.
Rivers now for the 50. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
36, 36.
Now Carr. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On play action, now Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. 185.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Shift. They down.
58 for money. 58 for money.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Joey Bosa was sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Watch twins.
Check. Show Chief.
From the gun, Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd and 14.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Drake. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
What now? 180. Choose the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
White Monday.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs.
I got you, punk.
Check 52 is the mic. Check.
White Monday down. You must be getting tired of seeing me. He's checking.
On second and inches, Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Carr now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
Check 24.
Now Carr on the bootleg. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again. Carr. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Down. 180.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Here's Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
We're good. 180. 26, check 26.
Here's Carr to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. You go tight. You got tight. Wait, hey. Switch.
Carr gives to Rashard. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now, you want it, eh? Man, I got you.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check 31, check 31.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's coming, double up. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Yo.
Operating from the gun, Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Kill.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
Boys, 58's Mike.
Here we go, D. It's just music.
Now Carr again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Ready? Hey, bro, 80.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Wait, 89.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, check right. Watch your back.
Throwing, Rivers. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Dances by him. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Push him back.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Check 3.
Buffalo one. Hey, I'm gonna go load it.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. Aguilar has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check 390.
I'm here all day.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers going deep this time for Miller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fights him off, and they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr now on first down. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
The 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Yo, Chief.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Blue Dan.
Here's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Kill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating for the gun, Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Down. 180. 552. 5 down. Let's go. Out, 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 out.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. He'll find Moreau here. 27 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Switch.
This is Richard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Down. 280.
52's the mic. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Slam.
From the 38, Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Slam.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Rivers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Hey, 79! 79! 55!
Throwing again. Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
All right, 380! Q. Switch! Jack!
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, Rivers. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Slam.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Lets it go for Nelson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And Nelson's got it here right side. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Now! Right over there. Yeah, 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 280.
10. Under 10. 10.
Carr to throw on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 37. Check 37.
And the blitz does come. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Throwing again on second down. Rivers. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. from the shotgun. It's Rivers. Miller on the catch over the middle. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on second down. Rivers, and caught by Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Gordon on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Zach, green 80! Green 80!
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Benjamin with it over the middle. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Hey, let's get this,
It's caught by Aguilar. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Rivers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
One man in the backfield. That's Gordon. Second and goal.
Watch the room! Sponge! No! Wait, 89!
He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Rivers to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Richard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Now, 52, 180. 180, we're good, we're good. 280. Let's get off the field. Jim.
Check 50, check 50.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And
he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Red Delta! Tighten up.
One last shot now for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get